Activated.
Analyzing.
Update complete.
Hey guys, so I'm going to be honest. While attempting to do a breakdown of the Crossfield class, I found that, disappointingly, there's not a lot to it. I will be doing a video if we find out more about the vessel once the series is concluded, but I have my doubts that I'm going to get anything from the rest of the series. It just doesn't feel like it's that kind of show. To be fair though, we didn't really learn anything about the Enterprise D until this second season, so it's possible this is just the modus operandi for Star Trek series. So with that out of the way, I'll dedicate the next paragraph to what I can confirm in-universe, and then the rest will be conjecture. And that's not my humor, I have about a paragraph's worth of stuff, so let's just get into it. The Crossfield class was a science ship that was active during the 2250s. There were at least 2 ships of the class that were known, excluding what we see in the Terran Empire. The vessel was comprised of a saucer section, secondary hull, and 2 elongated nacelles. The saucer section was divided into 3 concentric sections that were separated and had the ability to spin clockwise and counterclockwise to each other. The ship was able to attain warp drive, though we don't know the top speed that the ship could go. In the series Discovery, we observe the ship attaining warp 5, at least the original series version of warp 5 anyway. The dialogue and episode seems to indicate that this was not the Crossfield's top speed at warp, but how fast it can go is not given that I could find. At least 2 Crossfield-class ships held an experimental spore drive which would tap into the mycelium network. The mycelium network is described as the muscles and veins of the universe. Also possibly heaven. It would allow the ship to travel at least 90 light-years in under 3 seconds. Oh, and in what may be a nod to future alliances in First Contact, we see Gallifreyan tech in action as the spore drive allows you to traverse times and alternate realities, without the need of a bird of prey and the sun. The vessel would also have tractor beams that would allow for the movement of objects underneath the vessel in any direction. It would also have shuttle bays that would utilize force fields to contain the atmosphere within the shuttle bay itself. The ship held a crew of up to at least 136 officers. The vessel would also offer standard crew quarters, and we have reason to believe that it also had some form of holodeck and a gymnasium. Additionally, the ship was outfitted with phasers and photon torpedoes located in both the fore and aft parts of the ship, though what kind of phasers, the locations of those phasers, and type of photon torpedoes aren't given at this time. Alright, so a few paragraphs, so it was better than I thought. There were also a few things that Memory Beta, you know Memory Beta, the non-canon let's throw everything in there if someone even says it wiki, mentions that I feel like are legitimate. One of those would be it talking about Discovery having the ability to do up to or over 300 discrete missions. This isn't without legitimacy. We do know that Saru says that the ship could conduct up to 300 discrete scientific projects for Starfleet. Now, as I said, Memory Beta says that it's simultaneous, and while that is possible, the dialogue doesn't tell us if that's what he meant. But it does seem likely that the ship could do at least 300 different scientific research projects, and possibly do them all at once. But with what I just mentioned from Memory Beta, this is about all of the alpha canon I could find. With only 1 season, we aren't given very much. I haven't read the novels, but there may be more information there. So from here, I will delve into a bit of speculation and encourage you guys to give me your opinion. In the episode Context is for Kings, there is dialogue at the beginning that suggests the ship was recently launched. However, none of the prisoners seem surprised to see a Crossfield class. Now, most knowledgeable Vulcan Kung Fu fighting and is an expert at everything Michael Burnham knowing a Crossfield ship class exists wouldn't surprise me. But the mere humans she was with? Those mere human prisoners not commenting on seeing a new Starfleet ship class for the first time leads me to believe that the Crossfield class was probably already known and in production for a while. It's more likely that this specific ship had either just been built with a spore drive or perhaps had a complete refit done to support the drive. Additionally, a refit would explain the saucer rotation ability and how intricately it is tied to the spore drive. However, it may just be that the saucer rotation would assist in other experiments, and the more I think about it, it seems more likely that the saucer could always rotate and that other experiments may also be tied to this ability. But if I'm honest, I do like the idea of a refit because I'm still not convinced that there isn't something that is special about the Discovery itself. Remember, the ship does have NCC 1031, not to mention the black badges. These things could be extremely bad writing, or it could be that the ship's upgrades were because of a Section 31 refit, and only Lorca knew about it. This also would explain the extreme toughness of the USS Discovery. The Discovery was a beast in battle, able to stand up to attacks from the Klingons better than most other Federation models. A ship completely dedicated to science doesn't generally have the armaments and defenses we see on Discovery. So a complete refit with an experimental drive and a ship that can single-handedly waste birds of prey like they are nothing makes sense to me, if it's being funded by Section 31. And the only one who ever really knew was Lorca. I mean, how cool would that be? Lorca as a part of Section 31, and with him gone, now there's a ship with these massive upgrades, and no one knows it's funded by Section 31 itself. What would happen when they came looking for the ship? Anyway, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Hey guys, this is the part where I thank all of you for watching and give a special shout out to all of my patrons. Thank you so much. If you want to see this channel go until I die, your support is what keeps it running. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next Lore Reloaded.